नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तमलकं च शिष्यं तन्तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। So, we will see the Sambandha Bhashya of Shloka 14 and 15 of chapter 3. Itascha adhikritena karma kartavyam jagatchakra pravritti heturhi karma kathamiti uchyate. So, why an ajnani should do karma even if he is not very serious about moksha? Already one reason is seen in last 4 shlokas. In fact, not one, 2 reasons. One is to be free from rina, anranyam. Another is freedom from the papa that is incurred by regular activities of life. So now Krishna will give one more reason. Itascha hetoho. Because of this reason also adhikritena karma kartavyam. Adhikritena, karmani adhikritena. One who is adhikrita for a karma, one who is entitled to perform karma, karma kartavyam, he should perform karma. And what is the reason? Jagatchakra pravritti heturhi karma. Jagatchakra. In the next 2 verses, verse 14 and 15, Krishna is going to explain Jagatchakra, the cycle of the universe. The universe is sustained by several cycles. Even in the science, we study several cycles. Oxygen cycle, water cycle, carbon dioxide cycle, nitrogen cycle. There are various cycles. The cycles sustain the universe. For example, water. The water is absorbed by the sun, and then it becomes cloud, then it rains, goes back to the ocean, gets absorbed again. So the cycle continues. That is what sustains the universe. Similarly, there are so many cycles. Certain cycles are visible. They are found by the science also. Similarly, another cycle is revealed by the Shastra. It is the cycle of karma. The universe is sustained by karma. Why all the natural forces in the universe are functioning in harmony? Why the natural forces in the universe are functioning favorably? It is because of our karma. All our punya adds up. The collective punya sustains the universe, sustains all the natural functions of the universe in unison. If the rain happens in the proper time, it is our collective punya. If all the seasons are happening properly in time, it is our collective punya. If there are no diseases in the universe and people are healthy, it is our collective punya. But sometimes there is our collective papa also. There is natural calamities. What causes the natural calamities? It is the collective papa, samashti papa. That is what caused coronavirus also. You may give any other theories, but all of us suffered in one way or another. Everyone has suffered in the universe. Except some people who made money, that's a different thing. What caused coronavirus? It is the collective papa. Therefore, the harmony in the universe, the sustenance of the universe is a result of our collective karma. And the karma gets exhausted. If the universe has to be sustained further, all the people should perform proper karma. And their karma will sustain the harmony in the universe also. It is the cycle. You perform karma, and your karma will produce the punya. And the punya will sustain the universe for a period of time, causing all the natural forces to function favorably. And when the natural forces are functioning favorably, it facilitates your performance of karma also. Only when everything is favorable, you can perform karma. You have enough resources to do karma. You have the energy to do karma. Then you perform karma. Then your karma contributes to the favorable functioning of the universe. Karma produces punya. Then the universe functions favorably for another period of time. Then you perform karma again. That is a cycle. The karma cycle. Just like oxygen cycle, water cycle, we have the cycle of karma. And in this cycle of karma, all of us are consumers, whether we like it or not. As long as we are living, we are consumers in the cycle of karma. We are enjoying the favorable resources. We are making use of the resources, the natural resources. So we are consuming. We are in the receiving end, whether we like it or not. And Bhagavan says, in addition to being a consumer, be a contributor also. In addition to being consumer, we should also be contributors in the cycle of karma. Therefore, do the vihita karma. Just like our country is sustained by all our contribution. A country is sustained by the collective contribution of the people of the country, in the form of their service, in the form of their tax. It is sustained. Similarly, the universe is sustained by the collective contribution of the people, the jivas. Therefore, in order to sustain the universe, one should perform the vihita karmas. As a contributor. Instead, if one does not contribute and he just remains a consumer, then Krishna says he is doing papa. Just remaining a consumer, he is doing a papa. And not only he is doing a papa, his life is a waste. He leads a life in vain. Because the life is meaningful only when you contribute something to the world. Only when you contribute something to the world, you will get spiritual growth. Therefore, the life is meaningful only when you become a contributor. Therefore, one should contribute to the sustenance of the universe through the performance of yajna. So now, Jagat Chakra Pravritti Heturhi Karma. The karma is Jagat Chakra Pravritti Hetu. It is a hetu a means to sustain the Jagat Chakra. Jagat Chakra pravritti, to sustain the movement of Jagat Chakra. Katham, how karma moves the Jagat Chakra, how the karma sustains the Jagat Chakra, the wheel of the universe. Uchyate, Krishna explains in following two shlokas. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyadanna sambhavaha yajñād bhavati parjanyaha yajñah karma samudbhavaha karma brahmodbhavam vidhi brahmakshara samudbhavam tasmat sarvagatam brahma nityam yajñe pratishthitam. Annad bhavanti bhutani. Bhutani, the beings. The beings are born. Bhavanti means pratyaksham bhavanti. They manifest. Means they are born from Anna. Annat. The beings are born from Anna. So, people are born because of Anna. Without food, no birth is possible and no sustenance is possible. And where does food come from? Parjanyadanna sambhavaha. Parjanyat. From Parjanya. Parjanya means cloud. Here we can take it as vrishti, rain. From rain, anna comes. Annasya sambhavaha. The birth of anna, the production of food happens from rain, because of rain. Yajñād bhavati parjanyaha. And how does the parjanya come? How does rain happen? That is where Bhagavad Gita takes a different course. The science will explain in a different way. Rain comes because of some natural phenomena. But the natural phenomena themselves are not enough. Even to make the natural phenomena happen, the cloud should happen, the cloud should form, and monsoon should come in time. All these involve some kind of unknown factors which cannot be predicted by science. Why there is too much of rain? Why there is less rain sometimes? There is some unknown factor involved. That is where the Shastra comes into picture. The unknown factor is adrishta. It is not drishta. The science cannot explain. But Krishna says, Yajnat bhavati parjanya. The cloud, rain happens because of yajna. Bhashyakara says yajna means apurva. Apurva means adrishta. The collective punya. That is what produces parjanya, rain. In other words, the universal harmony, the harmonious functioning of the universe is sustained by our collective punya. Yajnat bhavati parjanyaha. Yajnah karma samudbhavaha. So here also yajna has a different meaning. Previously we saw one meaning of yajna. What? Yajno vai Vishnuhu. That was another meaning. Now we have another meaning of the word yajna. Yajna means apurva. Apurva means punya and papa. Both are called apurva. So here it is our collective punya is yajna. Apurva. Apurva is a technical word used by Prabhakara Mimamsakas for punya. So he calls it apurva, Prabhakara. So Shankaracharya also uses the same meaning, same word here, but we should understand that it is punya, collective punya. The yajna produces punya, and the punya fructifies in the form of parjanya, etc. So, apurvat parjanyaha bhavati. And yajna karma samudbhavaha. Yajna is born of karma. Apurva, punya. What produces punya? Karma. Vihita karma. The karma that is enjoined in the Shastra produces punya. Yajnaha means apurvam. It is karma samudbhavaha. Karma samudbhavaha yasya. Saha karma samudbhavaha. Yajna is born of karma. So karmanaha samudbhavaha yasya. Karmanaha panchami. From karma it is born. Samudbhavaha yasya. Saha karma samudbhavaha. And where does karma come from? Karma brahmodbhavam vidhi. Karma comes from Brahma. Here Brahma means Veda. Brahmodbhavam. Karma is born from Veda, Brahma. So, Brahma is equal to Vedaha, Udbhavaha means Karanam. Yasya Saha Tat Brahmodbhavam. Brahma Udbhavaha Yasya Tat Brahmodbhavam. Here Udbhava should be understood as the means, pramana. For karma, what is the pramana? Veda. Vedokta karma. That is what produces apurva, punya. Any karma cannot produce punya. the karma enjoined in the Shastra, Vihita karma, is capable of producing punya. And where does Veda come from? Veda comes from Ishvara. Brahma Akshara Samudbhavam. Brahma, again Brahma means Veda. Akshara Samudbhavam. Aksharaha Samudbhavaha. Aksharam Samudbhavaha Yasya Tat Akshara Samudbhavam. Aksharam Brahma. So Aksharam means Paramatma, Ishvara. Ishvara is the source of Veda. Aksharam Samudbhavaha means source. Yasya Tat Akshara Samudbhavam. Ishvara, Paramatma, is the source of the Veda also. In the beginning of Srishti, Veda comes from Paramatma. Veda manifests from Paramatma. Even Ishvara does not write the Vedas. Veda is already there. Even in the previous Srishti, Veda was there. And during the Pralaya, all the Vedas resolved into Ishvara. And during the next cycle of Srishti, the Vedas manifest from Ishvara. The same Veda. So Ishvara does not think, let it be like this, like this. He does not think. He just manifests. That is why the Shruti says it is like the Nishvasa of Ishvara. Vedas come as the Nishvasa, the breath of Ishvara. Means easily, without any effort, the Vedas manifest from Ishvara. Means he does not compose them. So Ishvaraha is Vedasmarta, natu Vedakarta. Brahmakshara Samudbhavam. Tasmat Sarvagatam Brahma Nityam Yajne Pratishtitam. So, therefore, Tasmat means since Veda comes from Ishvara, therefore, Brahma Sarvagatam. Veda is Sarvagatam. Veda is all pervasive. How Veda can be all pervasive? Then Bhashyakara says, Veda is all pervasive because Veda reveals everything. Veda reveals everything. In the tradition, Veda is glorified as Sarvartha Prakashaka, that which reveals everything. Veda does not reveal everything, really speaking. What is your name? Veda cannot reveal. So, therefore, Veda is Sarvartha Prakashaka. It is a glorification of Veda. Just like someone who knows a lot of things, we say he knows everything. Whatever is happening anywhere, he knows. Some people are like that. They will know everything. All information they will have. who is coming where, who is going where, everything they know. Because they are always looking here and there and talking to everyone, extroverts. So then you say he knows everything. So sometimes it can be a glorification and sometimes it can be a criticism also. So this is a glorification of Veda. Veda is Sarvartha Prakashaka. Means it tells you everything that you need to make your life meaningful. Therefore, Veda is Sarvartha Prakashaka. And being Sarvartha Prakashaka, being the revealer of everything, it is called Sarvagatam. It reaches everywhere. The words of the Veda talk everything. In that sense, Sarvagatam. Sarvagatam Brahma. Nityam Yajne Pratishtitam. Always it is Yajne Pratishtitam. It's established in Yajna. Veda is established in Yajna. Means Yajna is predominantly revealed by the Vedas. Though Veda talk about so many things, predominantly they talk about Yajna. Since Vedas predominantly talk about Yajna, one can understand the importance of Yajna. Since Yajnas are very important, a major portion of the Vedas are committed to reveal Yajnas. So this statement is showing the importance of Yajna, the Vihita Karmas. So we will see the Bhashya. Annat Bhuktat Lohita Retaf Parinatat Pratyaksham Bhavanti Jayante Bhutani. Annat means Bhuktat Annat, the food that is eaten. Food that is eaten by mother and father. And it transforms into Lohita and Retaha. Lohita means ovum and Retaha means sperm. Ovum and sperm. Mother's cell and father's cell. Lohita Retaf Parinatat Annat. The food which transforms into Lohita and Retaha. Pratyaksham Bhavanti. Then in due course of time, Pratyaksham Bhavanti, manifest through fertilization, etc. Pratyaksham Bhavanti. Bhavanti is there in the Moola. We have to do Adhyahara of Pratyaksham. Pratyaksham Bhavanti is equal to Jayante, are born. What are born? Bhutani Jayante. The beings are born. So this is one link in the cycle. Annad bhavanti bhutani. Parjanyat vrishtehe annasya sambhavaha anna sambhavaha parjanyat. Parjanya literally means cloud. Here rain. Vrishtehe, from rain. Annasya sambhavaha. Annasya sambhavaha, anna sambhavaha. The origin of food, the production of food happens from rain. Yajnat bhavati parjanyaha. Yajnat bhavati parjanyaha. Rain happens because of yajna. Bhashyakara will explain this line later on, but before that he is quoting from a smriti, Manusmriti, in support of these statements. Agnau prastahutis samyak Adityamupatishthate Aditya jayate vrishtihi Vrishterannantatah prajaha Iti smritehe. Agnau samyak prastahutihi. The ahuti, the oblation that is properly offered to fire. Agnau samyak prastahutihi. The offering that is properly offered into fire means the karma which is performed properly, not improperly. So there is a proper procedure of performing the karma. That kind of karma, the ahuti, when it is offered into fire, it takes a subtle form. And the subtle form of the ahuti, which cannot be seen, it is called apurva or adrishta or punya. Adityam upatishthate, and it goes to Aditya, goes to the sun. Aditya jayate vrishtihi, from Aditya, from the sun comes vrishti, rain. Vrishtehe annam, from vrishti anna comes, food comes. Tatah prajaha, from there prajaha, the beings manifest. Iti smritehe, this is the smriti pramana in favor of these statements of Gita. Yajnaha apurvam. Yajna is apurvam. Adrishta. Punya is yajna. Sacha yajnaha karma samudbhavaha ritvig yajamanayoscha vyaparaha karma. Sacha yajnaha karma samudbhavaha. The yajna is born of karma. And what is karma? Ritvig yajamanayoscha vyaparaha karma. Karma is the vyapara, the activities of Ritvig and Yajamana. The collective activities of Ritvig and Yajamana. So there will be Yajamana and Ritvijaha, the other Ritviks, whom the Yajamana employs for performing the Vedic ritual. Their collective actions form the karma. Tatas samudbhavaha yasya yajnasya apurvasya sayajnaha karma samudbhavaha tatah samudbhavaha yasya yajnasya tatah from karma yasya yajnasya samudbhavaha, the samudbhava, the birth of yajna happens. Yajnasya is equal to apurvasya. Apurva originates from karma, therefore it is called karma samudbhavaha. Taccha karma brahmodbhavam brahma vedaha sa udbhavaha karanam prakashakaha yasya tat karma brahmodbhavam vidhi janihi. Taccha karma brahmodbhavam. The karma is born of Brahma, Veda. Bhashyakara gives the Vigrahavakya of Brahmodbhavam. Brahma Vedaha. Brahma means Vedaha. Saha Udbhavaha. Veda is Udbhava. Udbhava means Karanam. Karanam, cause. And how can the Veda cause karma? Veda cannot do karma, or Veda cannot make others do karma. Therefore, Bhashyakara says, Prakashakaha, revealer. Veda reveals the karma. Veda is a pramana for karma. Prakashakaha yasya tat karma brahmodbhavam vidhi janihi. Brahma punaha vedakhyam akshara samudbhavam. Punaha and Brahma. Brahma means Vedakhyam Brahma. The Brahma which is called Veda. Brahma means Veda. Akshara samudbhavam. It is Akshara samudbhavam. Aksharam Brahma Paramatma Samudbhavaha Yasya tad Akshara samudbhavam Brahma Vedaha Ityarthaha. What is Aksharam? Aksharam Brahma. Om Ityeka Aksharam Brahma. Aksharam Brahma. Akshara means Brahma. If Bhashyakara says just Brahma, one may confuse, because previously Brahma is Veda. But this Brahma is not Veda, therefore he clarifies Paramatma. So Aksharam means Brahma, which is Paramatma, not Veda. Samudbhavaha, source. Yasya tat akshara samudbhavam Brahma Vedaha ityarthaha. So Brahma Vedaha is akshara samudbhavam, Paramatma samudbhavam ityarthaha. In the first Brahma is Paramatma. Aksharam Brahma is equal to Paramatma. Second Brahma is equal to Vedaha in the sentence. Yasmat sakshat परमात्माख्यात अक्षरात् पुरुष निश्वासवत् समुद्भूतं ब्रह्म तस्मात् सर्वार्थ प्रकाशकत्वात् सर्वगतम् अपि सत् नित्यं सदा यज्ञविधि प्रधानत्वात् यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितं यस्मात् सिंस so tasmat sarvagatam brahma nityam yajne pratishthitam is the line. So for tasmat there has to be a yasmat. Yasmat and tasmat are relative and correlative. Therefore Bhashyakara supplies the yasmat. Since sakshat paramatmakhyad aksharat, the Veda comes directly from Aksharam, Paramatma, Sakshat, directly, not through any other person. Directly, Paramatmakhyad Aksharat, from the Akshara who is called Paramatma, from the Ishvara himself. Purusha Nishvasavat, like the breathing out of a person, like the exhalation of a person, how one can exhale easily without any effort. No effort is needed. Similarly, Veda is samudbhutam, Brahma samudbhutam. The Veda is samudbhuta. Veda originates from Ishvara. Tasmat, therefore, Veda is sarvartha prakashaka. Sarvartha prakashakatvat. Therefore, Veda, since Veda is coming from a Sarvajna Brahma, Sarvajna Ishvara, the Veda also is as good as Sarvajna. It knows, it contains so many things that human beings cannot know. Therefore, it is glorified as Sarvartha Prakashaka. Sarvartha Prakashakatvat. Since it is Sarvartha Prakashaka, Sarvagatam api, it is Sarvagatam. Brahma, Veda is Sarvagatam. It covers everything. Veda covers everything. All the unknown is covered by Veda. Sarvagatam api sat. Though Veda is Sarvagatam, though Veda covers everything, such a Veda is mainly talking about Yajna. Such a great Veda is mainly talking about Yajna. Then you can understand the importance of Yajna. So it is a glorification of Yajna. Here Yajna means karma only, Vihita karma, not Apurva. So if a top news channel of the country is talking about an incident or a person for a long time, then you can understand how important the person is. A top channel, news channel, or a top newspaper gives a headline, "This happened yesterday," then you will understand how important the news is. Similarly, the Veda, which is Sarvartha Prakashaka, is mainly talking about yajna. Sat nityam. Nityam is equal to sada, always. Yajna vidhi pradhanatvad yajne pratishthitam. Yajne pratishthitam. It is established in yajna. How can you say it is established in yajna? Yajna vidhi pradhanatvat. Because yajna vidhi is predominant in Veda. Veda is predominantly committed to revealing yajna. Yajna vidhi, the injunctions of yajna. Therefore, the yajna, performance of yajna is emphasized on the Veda, in the Vedas. Very much emphasized by the Vedas. Therefore, in order to sustain the cycle of the universe, one should perform the yajna. Evam pravartitam chakram na anuvartayati hayaha aghayurindriya ramaha mogham partha sajivati. Evam pravartitam chakram. The chakra which is pravartita thus, which is sustained thus, as explained in the previous two shlokas. Annad bhavanti bhutani ityadi. Yaha nanuvartayati. One who does not further it. Na anuvartayati. One who does not further the chakra. Means one who does not contribute to the sustenance of the wheel of the universe. Saha aghayuhu. He is aghayuhu. He leads a life of papa. Agha means papa. He leads a life of papa. Means he accumulates papa in his life. Indriyaramaha. He does not contribute to the cycle, but he is a consumer in the cycle. He is Indriyaramaha. He enjoys the sense objects. He indulges in sense enjoyment, but he does not contribute. Saha aghayuhu. Mogham sajivati. He lives in vain. His life is useless, meaningless, both in terms of spiritual growth as well as in terms of accumulating punya. Neither he accumulates any punya and gets a better life, nor he gets any spiritual growth. Instead, he will get only papa. Life is wasted and he accumulates papa. Evam itham Ishvarena Veda Yajna Purvakam Jagat Chakram Pravartitam Na Anuvartayati Iha Loke Yaha Karmani Adhikritassan अघायुः अघम पापम आयुः जीवनम यस्य सः अघायुः पापजीवनः इति यावत् इंद्रियारामः इंद्रियैः आरामः आरमणम् आक्रीडा विषयेषु यस्य सः इंद्रियारामः मोघं वृथा हे पार्थ स जीवति तस्मात् अज्ञेन अधिकृतेन कर्तव्यमेव कर्म इति प्रकरणार्थः एवं इज इक्वल टू इत्थम इन दिस मैनर ईश्वरेण प्रवर्तितं चक्रम द चक्र which is started by Ishvara, the chakra which is initiated by Ishvara, Ishvarena, by Ishvara, Veda Yajna Purvakam, through the Yajna revealed by the Veda, Veda Yajna Purvakam, Jagat Chakram Pravartitam, the Jagat Chakra is initiated. Na anuvartayati ihaloke, in this world, yaha karmani adhikrita san, being karmani adhikritaha, being qualified to perform karma, being entitled to perform karma, na anuvartayati, he does not follow the Jagat Chakra. He does not further the Jagat Chakra. He does not contribute to the Jagat Chakra. Aghayuhu is equal to agham papam ayuhu jivanam yasya saha aghayuhu. Agham means papam. Papa is his life. Agham ayuhu yasya saha aghayuhu. Agham is equal to papam, ayuhu is equal to jivanam. His life is a papa. The living itself becomes a papa for him, because he is consuming without contributing. Papa jivanaha iti yavat. He is a papa jivanaha. Papam jivanam yasya saha. His life goes in incurring papa. Indriyaramaha. It is not that he is not enjoying the life. He is enjoying the life, but he is not contributing. He is consuming but not contributing. So he is consuming, it is given by the word Indriyaramaha. Indriyaihi aramaha. Aramaha is equal to aramanam, is equal to akrida, enjoyment. Yasya saha vishayeshu akrida. Indriyaihi vishayeshu aramanam yasya saha. He does sense enjoyment with the vishayas, with the sense objects. He indulges in sense enjoyment with the sense objects. So, yasya saha. So, indriyaihi, by means of indriya, vishayeshu, in the sense objects, he does akrida, means he gets enjoyment. So his source of happiness is the Vishaya. Therefore, Vishayeshu is Saptami. Indriyaihi, the means of happiness. Akrida means enjoyment. Yasya saha indriyaramaha. Mogham is equal to vritha, in vain, futile, useless. He partha sajivati, saha mogham jivati. Mogham is adverb. He lives in vain. Means no spiritual prosperity, and even in terms of punya, he does not gain anything. Tasmat, therefore, ajnena adhikritena, by an ajna who is an adhikrita, who is qualified to perform karma, by him karma kartavyameva, he should perform karma, iti prakaranarthaha. This is the meaning of the prakarana, the purport of the section. The section means it starts with shloka 10 or shloka 9 also. Shankaracharya takes shloka 9 also. 9 onwards up to 19. An ajnani, 16, not 19, 16. An ajnani, even if he is not keen to get moksha, he should perform karma. Then if he is really interested in getting chitta shuddhi, then anyway he has to perform karma. Even otherwise, Krishna suggests him to perform karma. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.